Good afternoon. Hope everyone is doing well. So, what we studied last time? So, what is the difference? Okay. And further? Yes, don'ts and do's. Okay. There can be overlap also. How? Very good. Many are there, but prominent have been given. And what else? What is work culture? Way of life. The way people behave, talk. That is work culture. What are the major issues of work culture in bureaucracy? Yes. Divide in structure, process and behavior. That will give a better organized flow to your answer. Okay. Then citizen charter also. What are those values of citizen charter? Okay. Voice choice. शॉर्ट फॉर्म बना है कुछ? अच्छा ठीक है, एक महीने बाद देखो फिर याद आता है. No, that is very fun. Not needed. No, make yours. What was the short form for Code of Ethics? Code of Ethics by RC2? What is 2I code? Yes, code is no code. Code for social justice भी add कर. Okay, ठीक है. Remember more. And RTA also we discussed. What is the differentiating philosophy of RTA? Okay, the similar to citizen charter philosophy, but two aspects are also there. Bureaucracy is knowledgeable, powerful information holder. Information comes to people, people get empowered, people get powerful, people remain the king. And one was right to know. That is one. And this much only discussed, I guess. And then Sevakam model also. Today, some topics, quality of service will do. We'll do public fund utilization also and corruption. Syllabus later out. So quality of service, see, we all know there is this philosophy that government is a service provided for the citizens, because citizens are the king, the masters, and government and its official, the bureaucracy are the servants, because there exists a social contract, and the outcome should be that they should build a social capital, that is trust. For this, they have various mechanisms to provide services, and bureaucracy is a prominent tool through which services have been provided. Various schemes, regulations, regulatory aspects, police, etc., regulating environment, that is services. Now, quality of service should be when there is service with dignity. QS, bureaucracy, government. So we can also put private sector. bureaucracy, government, private sector. If there is quality of service, there will be service with dignity. Uniformity. Service with dignity, you understand? You should what? Yes, who thankful? You. Bureaucracies should be thankful that I have got welcoming attitude, that I got a chance to serve you. Thank you very much for coming. There should be value for money. How value for money? You're paying taxes, so there should be value for money in your services also, not just keep paying taxes. There is also efficiency and satisfaction. That is efficiency, that taxpayers' money is used frugally, not extravagance, not in efficient way. There should be satisfaction. Satisfaction, what is satisfaction? Happiness of its feeling of fulfillment. That is satisfaction. That way the quality of services should be there. Services should be also be accessible. Accessibility should also there. That is, I guess, Delhi government at your doorstep model, accessible and reachable. Accessible and reachable. Or also many times services are not provided properly, etc. So there should be what? Yes, grievance redressal mechanism. This is all what is quality of service. This, if it has, then there will be quality of service provided to the citizens. We largely interpreting service in context of government, because ethics relates to we are not studying ethics in private sector. Ethics for government we are studying. So there should be service with dignity. There should be exemplary behavior. That's why there should be exemplary behavior. Every civil servant should treat each person of the society with respect. His dignity is unique. Every person is different. So that's why there should be service with dignity. There should be uniformity. Uniformly, every caste, religion should be treated while providing services. Should be value for money. As so many taxes, etc. we provide, there should be value for money for your taxes. Efficiency and satisfaction. The feeling should be there. Yes. Satisfactory feeling. Accessible and reachable. Accessible and reachable, especially for, if you say, senior citizen, disabled, they should get service at their doorstep. They did not go to police station or to go to a PDS shop to get their food grains. So that's why there should be service at the doorstep. Grievance redressal mechanism. You also know that Sevatta model, one of the pillars is grievance redressal. This is largely, and if there are also benchmarking of these services. We know benchmarking. What benchmarking is there? But there is some model. Yes, Sevatta model. It is benchmarking of services. Sevattam, excellence in service delivery. ISO 15700. Also in UK, highly successful model of benchmarking of services, that is. See, focus here, I'll give time to draw. Okay. In UK also, there is one benchmarking. RattaMaar, highly successful model, RattaMaar. Also Australia, New Zealand also there is one model. Not able to recall this name, but this is a very successful model, RattaMaar in UK. So this is what is quality of service. Although there is what? Interpretation that where is quality of service you will get. where you will get good quality service. Private sector, yes, it is said private sector provides better quality of service than government sector, largely true, but may not be totally rational also. They are giving quality of service because why? Because you have money. Go and tell in HDFC or any private bank, I want to open account with minimum balance of 500 rupees. Will they allow you to open? You won't even get quality of service. Also, high net individuals, high income individuals, HINs, they get different services. Having wealth more than 10 crore or something, different services, direct manager will talk, etc. Services according to, yes, value, what these people get whenever IPO is coming. Okay. Yes, these are preferential. Suppose IPO price is 50 rupees. These people will invest, buy shares worth 5 crore suppose. Okay. They will get subscription. Then if 90% shares are sold, suppose 10% are sold, only 90% are available. So people will subscribe here. Increase oversubscribe, you must have heard also. Then price 50 will go to suppose 100. After that, they will sell all this. They are high net individuals. So 5 crore will happen 10 crore within few days. Then these people bought for 100 come crashing down to 50 and these people will lose money. So generally what happens in stock market? Go and see Paytm shares, everything you track. This all this scam they are doing. And that's why and see what happens. They also get, if they don't have money but you are registered at HNI. They also get at very low interest rate and prompt loans. Suppose IPO is coming, they'll get 5-6% interest rate. Suppose they get 5 crore here, 5-6. See, doubling the amount. So within few days they'll also repay the loan also. This is what it is. That's why rich becomes more rich and poor remains poor. Yes, this is how it is. Yes, it is. Wherever we generate is sad, quality of service is good at private sector. In government sector, quality of service is low, but may not be always the case. In government sector also there is good quality of service. Where? Yes, Vande Bharat, IITs, IIMs, Passport Office, also ISRO, also Delhi Public Schools, I guess now. Delhi Public Schools. When private sector can also have bad quality of service. Corporate hospitals. Unnecessary surgeries they do. Go to this corporate hospital and say, I have chest pain. Due to acidity, you may get. So this is a minor heart attack. Do this all tests. And your bill will be 40-50,000 within fraction of second. You go and say there is pain in my stomach. Appendix operation there. Many cases are there. You can read on newspaper. It keeps on coming. Google it. Lot of cases you will come to know. Also, generally, relationship exists. If you go to any organization, you will go with some expectations that so and so services will get very poor quality or you will get very high quality. Certain expectations will enter in an organization. Suppose any government organization you go, passport, you have good expectations and you go enter and you get bad experience, then poor quality of service. Experience, or it can be other way around also. You go with low expectations, but you get good quality of service, good experience. You go to police station with no expectations, you know you will be humiliated, but the person says, "Thank you for coming. Please have a seat." You will be startled. What is this happening? Good governance, ethical governance will say everything. This is so relationship exists between quality of service, expectations, experience. I think this So this can be relation. You take any public office, expectation is high. You know, very high, good expectations. You heard good things, but you will get a bad experience. Maybe you see it's an average organization. Maybe you are an outlier. They didn't like you. That's why others are getting good quality of service. Expectation is low. Experience is also bad. No quality of service at all. Experience low, expectations low, experience is very good. You are highly surprised in a positive way. It is quality of service. Experience, expectations very high, experience also good, quality of service. You can put passport office here. In general, so what can be the problems in quality of services? Poor quality of service in government. What are the issues? Yes, what? High-handedness. That because of not proper structure, process and behavior. That is one important factor. Absence of advanced technology. We also know in some cases there is typewriter also. Also further, what all problems are there? No financial and human resource, absence of adequate financial and human resource. How? You go to government hospital, one doctor, multiple patients. How is even possible to give quality of service? Now, we also know how safety issues are there in government hospitals. Many articles came there, doctors are sharing their experience, how they need to travel further. There is no other female, they may be the only female doctor serving in that ward, no safety, etc. How there is no safety, how can you expect there will be quality of service? That is that triangle. Security needs, भूल गए? Security needs, Maslow. This is not there. How can you expect self-esteem and everything? That there will be self-esteem, then only person will have quality of service. Absence of security, no quality of service. Financial and human resource very lacking. Also government service, we know servants, how quality of service, they even not aware of citizen charter, how they will give quality of service. They even don't know that the government should be given quality of service. Many you people must also not be knowing government exists to serve, not to rule. The lack of awareness also. And also we know there is all excess corruption, etc. If you want to give quality of service here, suppose quality of service can happen only when you don't ask bribe, etc. But the minister is saying every month I want this much money from you. This target has been, yes, many organization targets are set. Minister said this amount of money should be there. I need to give to party fund to run the party. So, like TN Session says, political funding is the main cause of corruption in India. How to enhance this? Yes. Okay. Target this way, structure, process and behavior. Same points will come large. Also accountability, transparency, adopting tools like citizen charter, RTI, etc. Change in structure, that leadership architecture, flexibility, innovation, all that stuff you have to write. Citizen just interconnect this, then quality of service will be improved in the organization. So this is all about quality of service. Things are clear. Quality of service, not much challenging topic, simple topic. So not much quality of service, not very bad also. Okay, ठीक है. You can go in dissonance also. Shock, total shock. Yes, people go in shock, especially who are also member of democracy. They also may go to different organization. There too, people are mistreated also. Say, if someone from, say, working in this ministry, agriculture ministry, goes to some police station, he too may be mistreated. Because this, what you say, colonial legacy. हो गया सबका ये. हाँ, cheap मतलब cost effective, not cheap. Cheap can have two meanings. That is low service also. Value for money, cost effective service. Cost effective will be right. Now, value for money just encompasses that also. हो गया हो गया so now write down quality of service. Is defined on the basis of following characteristics. Respect to human dignity, that is citizen friendly behavior. Respect to human dignity, that is citizen friendly behavior. Value for money, write in this points form. Value for money. Quality of service in terms of efficiency and satisfaction. Effective grievance redressal. Next, cost effective service. Next, accessible and reachable. If government services, write in para, if government services meet the above parameters, then it can be considered it can be considered to have quality. The quality of service. Also has been benchmarked. Such as Sevaktam model. Charter Mark UK. Just trying to search Australian model. Anyways, total quality management Japan, TQM Japan, total quality management. Yes, Japanese private and public sector is based on TQM. Before Toyotaism, that is Toyotaism, and US was based on Fordism. Total quality management means, I guess I have also explained earlier, product should also have quality, but after sales services also there should be quality. So it is TQM. In US, Fordism was only quality products, no quality of services after sales services. That's why Japanese car industry etc. boomed. Also after Hiroshima and Nagasaki incidents, atom bombs, they focus on TQM. So Hiroshima, Nagasaki, I guess everyone knows atom bombs. They bombed and this Japanese. Although quality of service is subjective, it depends on person to person. But it can be judged by expectations and experience relationship. They can be judged by expectation and experience relationship. That box will come there. Okay. Also based on E&E relationship, it is expectation, and also based on expectation and experience relationship. Also based on expectation and experience relationship. It has been found that public sector has poor quality of service. Has poor quality of service, whereas private sector has good quality of service. It's an perception may not be totally rational. It's an perception may not be totally rational. As some public sectors are even better than private sector. Example: ISRO, IIT, IIMs. Private sector too. Can private sectors, in private sector too, there can be bad experiences. Example, corporate hospitals. Also, quality of service in private sector. Quality of service in private sector is for people who can pay. Who can pay. All private sector do not have quality of service. Alright, subheading problems of QoS in government. Problem of QoS in government. That is the reasons why. Alright, due to structure, process and behavior. For this, take points from that last session. Okay, same points will come. Absence of advanced technology. Lack of predictability of results. Lack of predictability of results. That is, results are not immediately predictable. Poverty related programs are going on since independence. We don't know when poverty will be vanished in this country. Malnutrition is also there. How we don't know when it will go. Malnutrition. There are a lot of issues. That is, not immediate results are not possible. Also, it's not possible to gauge what is public interest, how much public interest is being served. There is lack of predictability in this. Yes. Huh? Of results. That means that sentence means all this, which I have explained now. Also, the work culture, right? Also, the work culture in government may not allow the individual to realize its potential. Also the work culture may not allow the individual to realize his or her true potential. You go to civil services with, you have this skills, that skills, but you don't get that environment to realize your potential. And also your highly integrated, etc., high integrity values, that you will be absorbed. How you will realize your true potential? Also, right, next, lack of skills of government employees. Lack of skills of government employees. How to govern. Lack of skills of government employees. How to govern. How to manage resources. That's why there is need for managerial ethos in bureaucracy. So they get managerial skills. Murthy once was advocating, you should start new services, Indian management services also. IMS, so all managerial positions, he was on saying. Also, right, scarce resources. Scarce resources can be financial, human resources there, but quality human resources, scarce. Scarce resources, financial resources, quality human resource, etc. Nexus and corruption. Now, how to enhance QoS? How to enhance the quality of service? Let's improve structure, process, behavior. Similar points, take from there. How to improve structure, collinear structure, abandon the entire structure. ARC2 says adopt a structure based on principle of subsidiarity. That all same points will come. Cultivation of talent, nurturing of talent. Nurturing of talent. TI citizen charter, in governance, whatever you want. What is now public fund? What is public fund? People's money, where it is stored? And yes, these are all the formal channels where fund is stored. Also, there is PM relief fund. It is not legal, I guess, no act has been passed. And disaster management fund, disaster mitigation fund, state disaster management fund, and state mitigation. These are largely the funds where government money is stored. And what is this fund used for? Welfare, administrative development for administrative experience, expenditure like salary, wages, and pensions, developmental expenditure. All these development programs happen. Welfare expenditure, and also some specific. They give special category. Some like this year's budget, lot of money was given to two states, Andhra Pradesh and Bihar. You can also, this can be also criticism of coalition government also. That coalition partners getting majority chunk, they keep the government hostage. Give me money or I will remove the support and government will fall. Inclusive development we talked about, etc. All unnecessary expenditure. Why you want a separate capital? Hyderabad ko common capital kar lo. How it's here? Haryana, Punjab, one capital is there. But before, when the other chief minister was there, he was there. Chandrababu, 3 capitals. New chief minister came, one capital only he said. Then yes, Amravati, Guntur and Vijayawada. Chandrababu side, and he cancelled this. Jagan Mohan Reddy, I guess. Yes, he cancelled this 3 capital. Now Chandrababu again. So there is no continuity of policy. That's why there should be what? Bureaucracy is there. There is no continuity of policy. Bureaucracy is there, right? Good governance, consensus-oriented policies. You should consult the opposition also. Otherwise, this will happen. Good governance, one is consensus orientation, enlightened policy. Everyone is happy with that. Different ideas will come, innovative policy will happen. See, this is what his application is. This is the key. Only content building is not the key, application is the key. People will write GS2 type answer again here. You write GS2 in GS2, not in GS4. Don't write GS4 in GS2. Then there you should write articles, cases, then it will become GS2 answer. It depends on the question anyways. So this is public fund utilization. Public fund is so and so. CFI, contingency fund. Public accounts, and that fund is all who? Taxpayers' money that is used for development. salaries, administrative expenditure, ministerial expenditure, executive expenditure, also welfare schemes and specific packages, etc. Whether government borrows or generates resources, that is all taxpayers' money. Government also borrows, that is spent. It should be spent with financial frugality. So one should spend money as if it's your own money. That's why, yes, fiduciary responsibility also. There should be efficiency, honesty and transparency when spending public money. If these all standards are met, then one can say there is public fund utilization is already happening. Then there is, yes, ethical standards have been met in public fund utilization. Then there is ethics and governance. This is all interlinking now. Fag end of this session we are coming of this course. I think you should be able to interlink now. Now accountability is ensured of this. Now you're spending money. Everyone is spending. You become bureaucrat. Spending, lavish spending. Your holidays also been sponsored, etc. But formal accountability ensured by who? CAG. He will audit everything. She will audit and publish reports. Parliament, that is, it will ensure formal accountability. But we all know formal accountability won't ensure responsibility. So there should also be code of ethics and people's participation to ensure ethics in governance. So how people's participation will come? RTA after a scam you will file RTA, but money is already been spent. Yes, deliberative democracy. Social audit. That too, people's participation in auditing. But social audit is what? After expenditure already made, after already scam has happened, then you are doing social audit. Yes, it will act as a deterrence against financial infrugality, financial extravagance. You try to use these terms, it will give good answer will be enriched. These terms are used by government also in various documents, so you should use it. Newspaper also, financial frugality, financial extravagance, financial discipline, fiscal discipline. Do use it in GS3 also, GS2 also, wherever it's possible. So this is the problem of formal accountability, right? How Rajiv Gandhi used to say, I send 100 paisa from central government and poor gets poor. How many seconds? 15 paisa. 85 paisa gone. So what should be done? Yes. Okay. Technology. Now through DBT, Jam Trinity, government is sending 100 paisa. How much is poor getting? 110. Yes. 100 paisa. Yes, moreover also they can get, they have in Jandhan they have overdraft facility also, 5,000 rupees. They can overdraw also. So yes, DBT technology can ensure quality of service. But does that poor know how to use mobile? Does it knows how to use ATM? Actually, I guess there is now hand-hold ATMs also they carry. I guess yes, there because they don't remember what they are called, but they go to their poor's house with that device. Your money has come, withdraw, etc. Then they withdraw, swipe everything. So this is public fund utilization. Yeah. Consolidated Fund of India. income, taxpayers' money, borrowings, so budget is the largest. This is largely public fund utilization. First is disaster management fund. Draw this can be helpful. Pictorial representation. See, public fund income, government also earns. Suppose through railways they earn money, or this that selling public sector disinvestment of PSUs etc. They earn money, taxpayers' money, borrowings, all will go to public fund. Public fund can be Consolidated Fund of India, Contingency Fund of India, public accounts, national state disaster management, mitigation fund, management fund, PM relief fund. Then the public fund will be spent for development, to welfare, to budget, administrative expenditure. Budget can also include all this development, welfare, everything. Then this fund will go to ministries and state governments. They will transfer this fund, who will further delegate to district administration and local bodies. Special purpose agencies are also there to implement policy schemes and carry out all this. This is all this public fund utilization. National and state disaster management fund was mitigation fund is also there at both national and state. Also district level also disaster management committees are there. So broader picture only, and PM relief fund is also there. District they will implement it to district administration, local bodies, panchayat, PRIs, urban local bodies, everything. Also containment board, what. Too many local bodies, too much classification. Municipal corporation, municipal council, municipality, cantonment board, port zones, port trust. These are all types of funds. Broader level funds. Urban local bodies can also use. Disaster management fund, disaster mitigation fund also. Local bodies will include PRIs, urban local bodies. Either write local bodies or write PRIs and ULBs. I guess entire topic in one diagram, but first challenges and what are the problems and reforms that will. National and state disaster mitigation fund and disaster management fund. So, what are the problems in fund utilization? What are the issues? Fund utilization. Yes, corruption, excess, everything. But mismanagement, how? Yes, extravagance. See, there are right-based approaches there. You know, right-based approach. Rights. People have rights for schemes. Revenue culture. I guess. So, freebies. Yes, we'll come to freebies. Right-based approach. They have some rights. There are too many schemes. Too many schemes in India. And too many beneficiaries. All disperse. When dispersion happens, many accounts you have to create. One for this scheme, from one for this scheme, this scheme, this scheme, this scheme. Then it leaves us loophole to mismanaged fund. It's hundreds of schemes and hundreds of beneficiaries. Many beneficiary overlap also. It generally said, you show me the man, I will show you the scheme. That too many schemes happen and loopholes, etc. That's why they say there should be universal basic income. You give them money and stop all the schemes. Empower them. Because who's getting empowered with the schemes? Bureaucracy is getting empowered. So that is hundreds of schemes, etc. We all know there is all lack of transparency, accountability in the implementation of schemes. How many fake beneficiaries are made, MG, etc. Fake accounts are made and fake transfers happen. In also government hospital, government teaching also, I guess. Some teachers never taught also, they are also beneficiary. Accounts being swindled, etc. This issue is the lack of transparency. Now we also discuss how etc. works. Social audit, etc. Citizen charge rates. Citizen charge is more pre-facto, but RTA is post-facto. Once corruption happens, then you will expose. But where? What will you do? Nothing can be done. It's only moral pressure. So that's why actionable accountability is missing. That is how World Bank says actionable accountability is missing in India. There is no action taken. Scam is exposed. After that, what? We don't know what. Actionable accountability is missing. So that's why ARC2 also had observed this. Where you will go? You will go to the same department. Corruption is happening in your own department. You will go to same minister. Or you go to CM. Where you will go? But nexus is there. What are you going to do there? Then that's why there should be local ombudsman. Local ombudsman, see, Lokpal is at central level, state level, there is Lok Ayukta. And where all the corruption happens, maximum and district level, there is no grievance redressal, proper independent agency to make things accountable. So that's why there should be local ombudsman here. This is missing. All corruption happens at implementing agency. Pocket level corruption, also policy level corruption implementation. Policy level corruption, we have Lokpal. All ho halla happened, the Lokpal, etc. Now people also don't know much Lokpal. Because even Lokpal is even there. What is function, what it has done. And go back to 2013, what happened in this country? Then the country got scammed, I guess. Yes, political people fell for it. People didn't realize all this. The anger was there, anti-incumbency, etc. And the way projection happened, Anna Hazare, new Gandhi has emerged. That is very disgraceful to Gandhiji to compare Anna Hazare with Gandhiji. Also, many schemes, etc. are very inefficient. Loan waiver schemes happens every election. Now, who are the beneficiaries, etc. Many people don't even require, they get loan waivers. Yes, capability approach is absent. Farmers also become smart. You know, elections are coming. 2-3 years ago, take loans. It will be waived. Loan waivers happen. Also, we all know many schemes are just the den of corruption. MP lad scheme. CAG, etc. said most corrupt scheme in India. ARC observed is violation of theory of separation of powers. Member of Parliament of what? Therefore, making laws. The implementation is of bureaucracy. So, lawmakers becoming implementers also. The violation of theory of separation of powers. So, here they have to make government accountable to schemes, asking questions, etc. Now, who are the implementer? MPs only. How they will make accountable? So, they talked about discontinuation of schemes. Also, we all know how public fund utilization happens. It's police modernization fund was created to modernize police, and it also got swindled everything. Not know where police modernization has happened. Modernization, okay, Bharat Nyaya Sahita, but you all know its intent is problematic. People say it's more of colonial legacy, more than colonial, it's more strict. Also, bribe culture is there in our country during elections, especially. What is election manifestation? Manifesto is a bribe. They are saying we'll give so and so money once we come to power. Yes, whatever many government, all I guess now, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Delhi government, everyone is giving some money. Khata khata, so that bribe only. Yes, okay, if you are giving, that is universal basic income you are giving, that discontinue the schemes. Why you want to withdraw all schemes? People also become lax, they don't want to work. That is also misuse of public. If we are getting 6,000, PM Kisan getting 6,000 per year, I guess. Yes. Okay, then free money also. Many agricultural laborers are also, I guess, rain-fed region, rain-fed agriculture, small land holdings. They must be having during dry Kharif season, Rabi season. They may go to some other states. Many come to here also, Punjab, Haryana also, because irrigation. They may not come there, so they were also issued that there is labor shortages in agriculture because of this PM Kisan, etc. Many schemes they get, but they will stop working only, no hard work. But protesting ethic, we know, man is born to do hard work. Yes, people, that's why they said Indian people are docile and lazy. Lord Cornwallis also said, don't trust Indians, they are the most corrupt people I have ever seen. Yes, this is largely true, only you cannot deny the reality also. Indian are largely lazy people. What to do? See, rain comes and goes down. No motivation. In our school time, here where I used to live, it's heavy monsoon every year. Heavy. More than 250 mm of rain happens. Still, we used to go to school that time also. This average 200 mm. Here, very, I guess, less rainfall. Continentality because no coast. Still, we used to go to school that time. We still used to go to college also. Yes, we used to go there. You see, it's light rainfall. Everyone wants to enjoy. Not also that there is flooding, etc. Anyways, so largely docile, etc. And what should be done to improve this? Yes, etc. Okay, but there should be proper finance management system, PMS, PFMS, Public Fund Management System. They will keep track of everything. It is adopted, I guess, no? It is adopted. Also, there should be outcome orientation of schemes. What is the outcome? Outcome, you know, outcome and output. Output will be money has been spent. That is output. But outcome, that's why there is also need to be outcome budgeting. Outcome budgeting is also adopted now. Niti Aayog has formulated some outcomes for every ministry. But to what extent outcome is come? That is also questionable. Outcome budgeting. Outcome budgeting में explain होगा. Budget. 100 rupees is allocated, suppose, for some scheme, say Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. 100 rupees is spent. This is outcome, output. But Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, has he achieved 100 ODF? Open defecation free. Has it achieved ODF plus? ODF plus plus. Is there a behavioral change? That will be outcome. Quality of service. Entire India has been, I guess, declared ODF free. Very funny. What to say? Sanitation is always ignored in India. That's why Gandhiji emphasized on sanitation. Cleanliness is next to godliness. Gandhiji emphasized on sanitation. They used also Gandhiji's as a source to change at US. Also 2000 rupees note had Gandhiji. I guess it had Gagan Mangalya. Yes, 2 October. Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. Good initiative. It was there before also in the other government. UPSC total sanitation campaign. But these people, intellectual people, will use this kind of words only. How poor a person will understand. Yes, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. That's reframing. Many years, many very, very complicated names used to people. Surfacy Act. You know Surfacy? What is the full form? Security Asset Reconstruction of Financial Securities Act something. Okay, so complicated names, and here acts are named as what? Simple act. Nari Shakti Bill. Nari Shakti Nari Shakti Bill. Lot of short form also they make. Government 4Ds, 3Ds, democracy, demography, and dividend, strength of India. Also, how IT plus IT equal to IT. What is IT plus IT? India today plus information technology. India tomorrow. Many things they created. 5 Ps, 4 Ps, lot of things. Government should also minimize schemes for effective implementation. There should be people's participation, consensus orientation, people's participation, implementing schemes, etc. So, actionable accountability should be a local ombudsman, so there will improve financial frugality, etc. So write down this, not much to tell here also. Everyone made this diagram. Also, one's budget is a bouquet which has flowers of social justice, etc. That all very rosy. Flowers of social justice, empowerment. In this year, priority 1, priority 2, priority 3. Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas. Yes. That is effective communication, charismatic leader, visionary. They understand people's IQ. इनको simple चीजें पसंद आती, not complex. Total sanitation camp. Who will understand this total sanitation camp? Can a poor person understand what is total sanitation campaign? Also, many you go against Doordarshan, they make also videos also very chale school chale hum etc. They very catchy videos they make, cartoons etc. Many years, and then this is affects behavioral. It's more of behavioral bombardment. And that IT cell has negative bombardment. They have IT cell also, target opposition, etc., spreading fake news. That is also what bombard. Continuously you're bombarded with wrong information. Happen every day, hundreds of messages you get. You will believe all this. That is post-truth world. Now RJ Car hospital case, many fake information was circulated. Now we are coming to know all this stuff. That is bombarded. Many people believe also. See, critical thinking is largely absent. Rationality. That's why rationality is needed. So happiness can reach. Public fund utilization related with PFU is related with utilization of taxpayers' money related with utilization of taxpayers' money which is allocated by a democratic state in different ways, which is allocated by a democratic state in different ways, which can be administrative expenditure, developmental expenditure, expenditure for welfare, Administrative expenditure, expenditure for welfare and developmental expenditure, and expenditure for special purposes. Whether government generates its own financial resources, or borrows, they are all taxpayers' money. They are all taxpayers' money. All the expenditure should ensure honesty, efficiency, transparency, and responsibility. If money is being utilized properly, it will meet the ethical standards. Formal accountability of public fund expenditure. Formal accountability of public fund expenditure is ensured by the CAG. It has exposed misutilization of fund. Expose misutilization of fund. Jeep scams, Jeep scam, Before scam. Jeep scam, the first scam in India. Jeep scam, I guess during Nehru. Jeep scam, Before scam, Colgate scam, Colgate not toothpaste, Colgate. Coal block allocation scam happened during UPA. That is Colgate scam. Jeep scam, Before scam. Before's gun, yes. CWG scam, 2G scam. This shows public fund is not been utilized properly. Not been used properly. That is, financial frugality is not been ensured and there is financial extravagance. Financial frugality is not been ensured, there is financial extravagance. Former PM Rajiv Gandhi had remarked. Former PM Rajiv Gandhi had remarked. The center sends 10 paisa. Center sends 10 paisa. The beneficiary gets 15 paisa. 100 paisa. Yes. 100 paisa. Beneficiary gets 15 paisa. Even if CAG exposed many scams, even if CAG had exposed many scams, there has not been any transformative change. Some reforms have indeed taken place. Some reforms have indeed taken place. Have indeed taken place, such as DBT, Jam Trinity. You understand jam? What is jam? Which flavor? Yes, Jandar Aadhar and mobile, Jam Trinity. Social audit. But in India, social audit also there is, okay, GS to learn social audit. There should be cyclical audit also. However, in India, fund utilization suffers from, but in India, right? However, in India, fund utilization suffers from following problems. First, the right-based approach. The right-based approach, rights-based approach has resulted in too many schemes and too many beneficiaries. It leaves a scope for misappropriation of funds. Too many schemes and too many beneficiaries. It provides a scope for misappropriation of funds. Hundreds of schemes, hundreds of beneficiaries. Hundreds of schemes, hundreds of beneficiaries. Yes, some duplication, overlapping, differentiation without integration. There is Food Security Act, and there is Poshan Abhiyan also. You ensure Poshan through Food Security Act only. Fortified food. So there is show me the person, I'll show you the scheme. There is presence of show me the person, show me the scheme phenomena. I will show you the scheme. Yes, phenomenon. It's a phenomenon. Largely show me the man, I'll show you the law. You show me the person, I'll now show you the scheme. Also, fund utilization suffers from lack of accountability, transparency, responsibility, lack of transparency, responsibility, nexus, corruption, delay, excess corruption, delay, follow up, accountability is missing, follow up, accountability is missing, follow up, accountability. That is no actionable accountability. That is no actionable accountability. Example, loan waivers scheme benefit goes to wrong person. MP lad scheme is considered as the most corrupt scheme. Supreme Court and the ARC2 has had advocated for discontinuation of this scheme. I guess during COVID they discontinued, again they started. There is also MLA lad also. MLA lad 2 crore per year they get for development, MP lad 5 crore per year. Supreme Court and ARC2 had recommended for its discontinuation. Also, right, Police Modernization Fund was also not properly utilized. Police Modernization Fund was also not properly utilized. Alright, how to fix this now? Solutions. Enhancing finance management system. Promoting expertise in financial management. Outcome orientation, right from top to bottom, that is PM, CM, DM. Everyone should focus on outcome orientation. CM, DM. There is also March rush phenomena in in funding funds. March rush now I guess financial year is changed. It was called as March rush. They won't spend evenly throughout the year. At the end they'll spend. But it's useless. The development doesn't happen. Also that planning also, they say that 4 months monsoon is there, no development activity can be carried out. But monsoon doesn't fall evenly in the entire country. At least where there is no coastal areas, monsoon is there. But I guess in Tamil Nadu gets the retreating monsoon, here you can carry out development. Here what monsoon? Ministry of Finance should have a policy of not allocating fund. Ministry of Finance should have a policy of not allocating fund unless objective assessment of the past fund utilization is provided. Unless objective assessment of past fund utilization is provided. Provision for penalty. If funds not utilized properly, provision for penalty, if funds are not utilized properly, yes, the single party government is they'll implement. Now they won't implement. Now they can put. See, especially 2 states, they won't prepare to put any penalty. There is a discounted, they used to give discount like the next time we'll give you less funds. But now they should penalty also. So won't listen. Especially 2 states, they won't listen only. Unitary, this promotes unitarism. Federal country, this is also can be criticism of this point. B2 dealing what? Yes, it can, because development projects are very complicated. From union state, they will utilize PPP projects, special purpose vehicles are also. Now, if you go keep on doing penalty, the development will get stuck. That's why effective finance monitoring is required. Yes. There should be increased people's participation. Increase people participation in financial management. Social audit, you can write example social audit. Bring actionable accountability. bring in actionable accountability, local ombudsman. Local ombudsman. Government too should not bring too many schemes. Bring too many schemes. Rather, it should universalize benefits, especially in education and health. Universalize. See, there is also cyclical accountability, may be useful for GS2. CAG is doing accountability, auditing, cyclical auditing. Auditing is done. Okay. Social audit is happening by audit by people. There should be a cyclical relationship. That is, these findings should also be taken into account by CAG, and they should also incorporate the findings of social audit, CAG audit. So, better financial management system can be done. So, they will also take into account the ground reality. So, more of outcome auditing it can happen. That's why Prime Minister used to say a lot of things. There should be CAG, नहीं पता, CAG +1 outcome orientation. Prime Minister used to say. Now, I guess not much innovative things Prime Minister is saying. Lot of things he used to say. CAG +1 is outcome auditing. Auditing ये सब अगर कर लिया, outcome auditing. Outcome auditing. Now it's largely output auditing they do, but some sectors they also do outcome. But he's saying CAG +1 move towards outcome auditing also. Part of auditing, the performance auditing also they do, etc. CAG +1 may be useful for GS2. Yes, capability approach. You can write capability approach. That's why universal is health and education. So capability will automatically increase. Now, what is corruption? What is corruption? How can we see misuse of? Yes, that is corruption. Anyone want to add more things? Corruption is derived from a Greek word corruptus. Okay. Which means it destroys something. That is corruption. What corruption destroys? Values. Good values are destroyed by corruption. So, what happens? And one of the good value is truth, trust. Society, government is based on trust, social capital. We have given you our rights to, and you should govern us. So we are trusting you. And corruption destroys this. Corrupt us. Truth is lost. Trust is lost. Everything is lost. How everything is lost? Now tell. How? Elaborate. How truth is lost, everything is lost. Huh. 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 Okay, good relation. Yes, truth is lost. People will stop speaking the truth. Will you start trusting people then? Truth is lost. We say tomorrow answer it will happen. Right? Does that happen? Then you will stop trusting. And you will also stop trusting other people also. You tell your friend, tomorrow answer writing is there. And then, new friend is coming here for answer writing. Then answer. Then, he will also stop trusting you, you see. Then, people will stop trusting each other. So, people will become restive, passing the buck. He said, I didn't do anything, and passing the buck. And society will move towards a moral degradation. And moral degradation, humanity will be lost and everything will be lost. So corruption is most important challenge to governance, good governance and ethical governance. Reforms and policy cannot be implemented. Beneficiaries won't be empowered, increasing gap between rich and poor, haves and have not. Poor will remain poor. Rich will remain rich. See how high-net individuals manipulate the stock market. Very low loans and see 14 days ban kar diya. Yes, and they have regulated some limit they are kept, not banned, I guess. Also, now some intelligent people, Hindenburg report came. First Hindenburg targeted Adani. Adani shares plummeted. Suppose, I guess more than 100%, 100 rupees share went to 20 rupees, suppose, this is hypothetical, and people bought at 20 rupees now. And now again, then can a poor person apply this much critical thinking? Rich becomes rich, poor becomes poor. Some people thought. How many people are in share markets? How many people use share market in this country? By how many percent? What is, I guess, 10% of the population not even using share market today. 140 crore population is there. 10% is 14 crore. Go to village, ask what is share market.
Because
yes, okay. Urban people are aware about this, not rural people, majority. More. Yes, yes. 1% also aggregate very much happens. People are illiterate also. How they can read numbers? They will read numbers. That's why this is very volatile market. Many reports have come, this bubble is going to burst one day. That all FIs, money is there. Okay, not used here, GS3 you read, FI, FDI. So that is all, corruption is there. Also, we know how people found the way around the law. Demonetization was what? Demonetization. What was this? That is, but Prime Minister called it Imandari Ka Mahotsav, Festival of Integrity. Good intent, but people will find way around the law. They explore all the loopholes. First, how much you can deposit? 2,000. So many people, yes, they converted black money to white money also. August RBI report, 99.9% all money came back. So what was this exercise all about? Also, intention is also questionable. Why not target gold and real estate? This is where all black money people keep. How many people having black money would keep in cash? They'll keep here gold or real estate, Benami properties. Also, okay, corruption and electoral bonds again. You should walk the talk. Here you should festival of integrity. And here, electoral bonds, scam. Yes, then shell company, etc. That's why TN Session said political funding is the biggest source of corruption. Yes, electoral bond proves this today. This is corruption. Also, when corruption happens, human value degrades. You will lose a sense of belongingness in the society. You start seeing people in monetary terms, in commodity price. There will be loss of human values, sense of hopelessness in the society. No hope in this society. People say this country is hopeless, and it will result in intelligent and highly moral people migrating to other countries. That is happening. Many people giving up citizenship, brain drain, etc. Poor becoming more poor, rich becoming rich. What is this? 10% of Indians own 40% of the resources. Top 1% has 4 times the wealth of combined 70%. Bottom 70%. इनकी combined wealth जो भी है multiply by 4, that much wealth 1% of this people have. So this is what corruption does. Now what are the causes? To write down this one, then we will discuss causes. Measured, this is all corruption for you. Can be helpful in enriching answers. Yes, rent seeking. Rent seeking. That rent seeking, not that. It's not that rent seeking. They are buying a house or renting a house, you're paying rent. That is not rent seeking. Rent seeking in terms of bureaucratic, that to provide services will ask rent. That is rent seeking. Collusive, coercive, extortion, nexus, nepotism, favoritism, bribe, fraud, regulatory capture, clientelism, all corruption. Regulatory capture, we know, SEBI, conflict of interest. If you want to avail some services, they will ask you rent to provide. That is bribe to continuously providing services. That rent they keep on asking. Rent seeking behavior. Client. That is, you will treat people as clients. Give money, take services, not as citizens. Clientelism. Customers. Customer has a positive connotation, but clientelism. Yeah. ये हो गया किसका जो बाकी coercive corruption is what? Coercive is you डरा धमका के पैसे निकालना. That is coercive. Coercive is you make this policy, take this money from me, and we'll both benefit. I'll earn more money if that policy happens. Largely, many times, environment regulation, etc. Coercive corruption. If you see the intention, 3 farm laws, maybe Adani. Coercive corruption also, that takeover of airports. One more airport, I guess, has been taken over. Mumbai Airport, GMR, it was there. GMR ED happened. Then when GMR sold the stake to Adani. Or coercive corruption, then I guess electoral bonds they must have got. That is it. This coercive largely at policy implementation level happens. Coercive corruption and coercive happened at policy formulation level largely. Coercive corruption is very dangerous, and this is very rising phenomenon in India. Next is, yes, Babu Lala Neta. The term corruption see, while drawing diagrams, draw this big, this corruption one. Otherwise, it may happen that all boxes we don't know. It will be more clarity, easy on the eyes for the examiner to check. Don't draw all these boxes as same dimension as this. Okay. The term corruption is derived from the Greek word. The term corruption is derived from the Greek word corruptus. which means to destroy. So corruption is a destruction of values. Tomorrow 11 a.m. Okay. So corruption is a destruction of values. Corruption is considered as old as society. It can be found even in ancient times. It was even elaborated by Kautilya. We'll discuss Kautilya in detail when we take moral thinkers, philosophers. Even elaborated by Kautilya or Chanakya, whatever you want to have. Many even say there was no Kautilya. It is all myth. To just lower the intelligence of Chandragupta Maurya. So much of intelligent person was there. Why then Mughal Empire everyone came? Question also comes then. Why then why India then British also came? Why Mughal Mauryan Empire then fell down? In modern times, as remarked by Indira Gandhi, in modern times, as remarked by Indira Gandhi, corruption is a global phenomenon. When society has corruption, it imposes following challenges. It poses following challenges. First, truth may be lost. People may not know who is truthful. Who is truthful and who is not. And people will have less trust. And they may think everyone is corrupt. Its consequences is that society may gradually stop being ethical. Society may stop being ethical. And may not be able to know what is right and wrong. Next point. It poses a greatest challenge. It poses the greatest challenge. Greatest challenge to good governance, ethics in governance. Bringing transformative change in society. As reforms, policies and schemes may not bring the desired change. Reforms, policies and schemes may not bring the desired change. Example, demonetization, where people exploited the loopholes, converted black money to white money. People exploited the loopholes, converted black money to white money. Similarly, the electoral bonds case. Similarly, in the electoral bonds case, bonds case. Next point, to govern efficiently, we need trustworthy people. And when corruption increases, people with integrity, when corruption increases, people with integrity start leaving the country. Next, start leaving the country. Right, next point. Benefit may not reach the poor. Rich getting richer, poor getting poorer. As a Oxfam report points out, Oxfam International points out, top 10% top 10% in India own 50% of country's wealth. 40% of country's wealth, not 50, 40. Also, top 1% see countries will be this. countries will be many countries. Okay. Top 1% has 4 times the wealth of bottom 70% combined. 4 times the wealth of bottom is 4 times the wealth of bottom 70% combined. Now, what are the causes of corruption? Causes? Work culture. Yes, colonial legacy. ARC2 identified 3 major causes. Yes, what were the 3 by ARC2? Not revising. Huh? Huh. ARC gave 3 causes. ARC2. Centralization of power second. Third? Huh? Please revise. We are coming to an end of ethics. When will revise? After prelims. Dominance of public sector in the job market, because in formal economy is very less. I guess how much employees? 4 to 6% are formal sector, and in the formal sector, government is the largest job provider. Everyone wants government job in the country. So, lot of corruption etc. happens, especially lower level services. Now UPSC also, fraud happened, not corruption, fraud happened. Very high stakes are there. That's why it is. These are the 3 main causes, and what more causes you can tell? So socio-cultural also. Yes. Cultural sense, Kaushik Bose puts it, the Sanskritization of corruption. That is, people use it as a tool for social mobility, to move up the ladder from the society, especially the weaker sections, because outside they face all kinds of discrimination. In private sector etc., caste etc., discrimination happens. But when you will also face in government sector also, but you will get a position. So they will say that once we get a position, we will achieve wealth and have social mobility. That is Sanskritization of corruption. Also, corruption is largely accepted in India. People, we have discussed how the behavior is. People who are corrupt, they are respected in India. That is, big cars etc. they will have, even if illegitimate means, then they are respected. And people who are honest are looked down upon. Socio-cultural factors, also economic factors. What can be the economic factors? Huh? Public sector has lower pace as compared to private sector. Which level? Sometimes of 60,000 almost. Okay. That 72 it is 20,000 rupees difference. Study was done to check whether private sector has more pay than Government sector, and study found the top level, indeed, private sector has more pay, but bottom level, government sector has high pay. Group D or Group C salary, how much it is after 7th pay? 50,000, I guess, 60,000, 50, 60, 40, maybe 40 to 60. And how much a clerk in an organization can earn? 10,000 to 15,000. And very highly exploitation. They'll ask to do all kinds of hold my bag, hold my phone, hold my everything. The top level is indeed, I guess 2.5 lakh is the highest salary in government. But in the CEO, etc., we know hundreds of crores there. If you wanted to earn money, will you be happy with this? Then why you are coming? Go to private sector. That's what Vinod Rai says. If you want to do public service, then only come here. If you want to do earn money, go to private sector. But you want our. That's the wrong profession you choose. Go to private sector. Does that much money has been provided for you to live a decent life? The house, everything has been provided. Government, you for decent life, they provide everything, and this should be enough for top level. Want money, go private sector, and capitalist become capitalist. Nothing wrong with it. It is an ethical egoism also. Then you have to your wrong profession if you want to earn money. Go to private sector. That is what Vinod Rai says. First, economic factors, because it is a resource scarce country. What good resources India has then? What resources India have plentiful, which is valuable? Which resources then? Does it have crude oil? Does it have rare earth materials? What it has? Does it have gold? All gold mines are exhausted. Kolar gold field was the last. Does it have diamonds? Diamonds are from Africa. They are processed here. What good resources India has? You say agriculture. Only, I guess, the green revolution belt, soil is fertile, and irrigation is there. What about this interior Hindi belt? Rain shadow region, etc. That too, soil issues are here also now. Too much irrigation, capillary action, and salt pans, whatever happens. So there's no resource scarce country. Lithium, yes, but as compared to other countries, that much lithium reserve we don't have. So that's why one resource we have is human resource. That's need to be skilled. But you know, skill for skill. Skill is happening in becoming IT cell members, becoming trolls, demographic disaster. You don't even hear the words now, it's demographic dividend. Before at least it was in news. Also post LPG, wealth of top 10% shot exponentially. Other people wealth also short, but not that exponentially. This must be wealth before or both. The top percent went here maybe this much. Too much gap between rich and poor in India. Highly heterogeneous society, unequal society. Stagnation of wealth, agriculture, etc. Wealth is stagnated. Okay, maybe some areas they have huge land, but largely small land holdings. I guess average land holding is 2 acres in India. That too dispersed land, not in one. So that can be called capitalist farming also. Political factors, the major is political factors. Vitthal, and then Vitthal, what he said. I'm forgetting. Anyways, Anyan Vora committee talked about the nexus between politics and criminals. There is criminalization of politics. Also, administration, lot of loopholes happened. Overall perception is this country is corrupt. Interplay of many factors. Values have gone degraded. It also said Jatha Raja Tatha Praja. How the government is, the citizens will be. On one hand, it talks about festival of integrity. On the other hand, lateral bonds, etc. happens. SEBI, Adani. That's why political funding is the Major source of corruption, what TN Session says. Modi ji once says, corruption is desh ko deepak ki tarah kha raha hai. Corruption is eating this country like a termite. Then you should also walk the talk. When there becomes a perception, in UPA2 perception happened, PM is corrupt. So bureaucracy also becomes corrupt. Total corruption. People also become rusty of lakhs. Many people used to say a lot of things, the ground level people, so they justify corruption. Now also, if you should walk the talk, otherwise, all bureaucracy also becomes corrupt only. That's why they said, Jatha Raja Tatha Praja. So what should be done now for corruption? What should be done? Yes, systematic reforms, that is what ARC talks about also. Moral society, ethical society, you should learn from moral philosophers. Vivekananda, Tagore, Ambedkar, corruption, TN Session, follow the values of leaders, etc. Gandhiji, yes, of course Gandhiji. Yes, that's about rationality. Rationality is absence. Walk the talk. Rational societies. That's why first lecture Socrates said. What said Socrates? Art of questioning, inquisitiveness. Yes, art of curiosity you should develop. Art of questioning, even our fundamental duty is what? Scientific temper. Art of questioning. So that morality should come, then only something can happen. Systematic reforms is needed. This all depends on leadership. One, if the political leader, the topmost leader decide no corruption, then no corruption can happen. That is matter of intention. Intention is wrong. But people of this country also deserve corruption. Why you take freebies to vote? Why you corrupt your vote? And they also know without money you cannot win election. And they have to recover that money also. I guess on an average, what is the ceiling? 80 lakh rupees for an MP election. Some ceiling 80 lakh for MPs and 60 lakh for MLAs set by election commission. The ceiling also has been set for expenditure. At least you should know clearly. Recently it was increased also. So how much normally they say 50 to 60 crore is spent in election by one for MP election. Now if you loses, one will lose, one will win. Loses. How this lost win candidate is going to recover? It's going to recover from you only, who you are voting. People get the government they deserve. That is also that. Political funding, etc. Yes, write down now. Causes. Before it was 70, they raised it recently. Yes, and in Vittal, the first CVC said, traditions of Nazrana Sukrana are the main causes of corruption. This is going from Mughal era. Which Nazrana go, ye go. That is, yes, corruption ingrained in the society, in the culture. Glad this country had Gandhi. Otherwise, Gandhiji nahi hote to fir what happened to this country? Can you imagine country minus Gandhiji? Maybe still some Raja must be ruling this country, autocratic, like Libya, etc. Libya or even worse than Afghanistan also, we don't know. Yes. We all know how all the kings were also very selfish. Many those Rajas during the British time, they would have got united. India would have been long independent. They also had most of these kings, etc. helped the British during freedom struggle. Yes, British also said we cannot rule India without Indians. That's why art of questioning is needed. Irrational society. That's why our downfall happened from ancient to medieval. Ancient more Soni ki chidiya, this कोयले की खान. So write down causes. ARC2, 3 important causes. ARC2 in its report Ethics in Governance has identified 3 important causes for corruption in India. First, British colonial legacy. British colonial legacy, historically imbibing, right under this one, British colonial legacy. Historically imbibing, corruption in the system, which is deeply rooted even today in the Indian administration. Rooted even today in the Indian administration. Second, centralization of power. There is high centralization of power in India. There is high centralization of power in India. There is high centralization of power in India, especially when there is single party government in power. Third, there is dominance of public sector. Under that, right, formal sector forms 4 to 5% of employees in India, and of which public sector has a major share, of which a public sector forms a major share. Due to this, there is high demand for government jobs. Due to this, there is high demand for government jobs. Resulting in corruption, excess, etc. Resulting in corruption, excess, etc. We give a subheading general factors. This 3 were by ARC2. Now other factors. Socio-cultural reasons. Socio-cultural reasons. India has a India has a tolerant attitude towards corruption. And Vitthal and Vittal. He was the first CVC. Remark traditional practices. Such as Nazrana, Sukrana. Pomp and show. Pomp and show. Pomp and show, show off, that is pomp and show, P-O-M-P and show, is the main reason for corruption in India. The next, economic factors. India is a scarce resource country. Even in India, land is also scarce. India is a scarce resource country. There is concentration of resources. Here you can also quote that data, top 1%, etc. Post LPG. Post LPG, the wealth of top 10% has risen very rapidly. Top 10% has risen very rapidly. Whereas the wealth of poor people, farmers, has remained stagnant and even declined. Now Kaushik Basu says there is Sanskritization of corruption in India. Especially among the weaker sections. Who view corruption, who see corruption as a tool for social mobility. Who see corruption as a tool for social mobility. Now next slide, political factors. Political parties during elections resort to corrupt means. Political parties during elections resort to corrupt means, bribing voters, give and take relation exists. Voters, give and take relation exists. The NN Vora Committee, highlighted the nexus between criminals and politicians. Next, right, legal and administrative reasons. Legal and administrative. Lot of loopholes in law, outdated laws, colonial bureaucracy, bureaucratic attitude, bureaucratic attitude. Next set in conclusion type. Overall, there is perception, values and moral standards of a society are based on the values and moral standards of the society are based on the interplay of many factors. Citizens, won't be moral unless those who are governing are moral. And vice versa. So citizen won't be moral unless those who are governing are moral. And vice versa. See this relation, I say politicians or government will govern citizens. If they are moral, they will also become moral. If they are not, if they are immoral, that is corrupt, then this will also result in corruption. This is the two-way relationship. Yatha Raja, Tatha Praja. You can also write citizens get the government they deserve. You can write all those scams, demonetization, how loopholes were exploited, then SEBI scam, Adani scam, electoral bond scam. TN session outline. TN session. Its session. TN session outline. Political funding is the main source of corruption. Solutions. Now you write solutions, but write ARC2. Solutions ARC2 outline. There should be systematic reforms. That is, entire system should be reformed. Rather than one brick or one sector. Then it will have an impact. Then it will have an impact. Then it will have an impact. See that one more ethical dimension you can remove. See this breaking eye-catching headline. My camera Spider-Man reflexes save woman's life. Okay, that is one thing. But here is your useful thing. So here it talks about that. Yes. So the woman went to that bridge. Yesterday I showed you a video. She gave the reason that I want to immerse the deities in that water, that sea, and so here it can also come ethics and religion, religion and ethics, religion and law. Yes, law. Yes, religion, law. That, and his father says that I was breaking the law to stopping at the bridge. So at the bridge, stopping is not allowed. So, but immersion should happen in the water. So religion says the deities should be immersed. It's against the law. Also, law versus ethics. How law versus ethics? No. You don't stop breaking the law by stopping, but ethics says you save a life. So this is it. So you can also put this dimension, you can open how to do unblemished common good. You can also break the law. So that's why ethics is here, and law can be the foundation of ethics, or ethics also can be a foundation of law. So that's why ethics is better than law. This okay, then we'll meet tomorrow. Everyone come. You won't get again an opportunity. 11 AM. There is some theory also. Answer writing will happen. I'll also tell you how to write answers also. Then answer writing will happen. Okay. And some moral on Monday. We will start that. What is left? Moral thinkers. 1, 2 or 3 sessions it will take. Let's see. Okay, then we'll meet tomorrow 11 a.m. Do come, read and come. Answer writing is everything. This is just 50% or 30% of your work is done. 100% will happen when you will complete that triangle, and of which answer writing is the main. Enrichment, already I have done a lot of enrichment. Even if you don't do this, whatever is there, but you cannot escape answer writing. Okay, then we'll meet tomorrow. We'll stop early today.